On today's show, it's huge, it's ginormous, it's massive. Belly is here. He's driving the train today because I have a fever. Doesn't matter. You probably wouldn't know if I didn't tell you, because when the lights turn on, we turn on. But we've got a lot to talk to you about today. Belly has come up with the 9 most egregious NCAA violations you've ever heard. Literally, you got to hear what happened to this kid in Kentucky. He is suspended for playing soccer with the Foo Fighters in a pickup game. We're going off. Are you kidding me? Belly's fired up. It's just us two, and of course you in the social media lounge. So strap it on. It's Lucdogg in the morning. Welcome back, folks. Let's do the damn thing. God bless America. Football is back. Belly's pumped up. Belly, dude, you are just such a football fan. You want to talk sports today? We might do a little sports. I mean, he runs a Soapbox Sports website, folks, with Jack LaBelle. He will be joining us. Hopefully we can get Jack on here. Maybe we can get Jack in today. That'd be fun. All right, let's see if you can make that happen by the scene. Maybe shoot him a little message. See if we can get a second or third segment call in. That would be amazing. And of course, we are ready to hang out with you guys. But yeah, guys, how are you? Welcome to the show. I am hurting. Like, I'll tell you what, man. Like, you know when you wake up in the middle of the night and you have to pee or you just got to go wherever, and you're just cold. You got the shivers. That's the worst. Yeah, but not when you're sick. Sick cold is no good. Like, you know what I'm talking about when you have a fever and you have the shivers and you just like have to use the bathroom? Do you know what I'm talking about? Have you never been through this? Belly?
I know what you're talking about, but it lasts very short periods of time in my life where I don't think about it at all.
Well, it does, but let's just sink into that moment where you are getting the shivers, you have a little bit of a fever. I had 99.6 this morning, so I mean, it's not that big of a deal. But I would say that for what, Belly, when I was waking up in the middle of the night, I couldn't find my robe. Like I tend to have some piles of clothes around my room, and I didn't know where the robe was, and I sleep naked. Do you? No. You don't sleep naked. How do you know I sleep naked? You don't come in my room.
You said it out loud. You're like, don't come down here.
That's true. Belly has a spot that he's not allowed to come past because I'm probably naked.
Every time I'm sitting in the living room in the middle of the night and you get up to use the restroom, I'm definitely knowing that you're just walking out naked.
What do you mean?
What I mean is every time you go out, you're naked. It's because I'm on the third line.
There it is. Oh boy, we had you all low. That's right, because we had Hot Mess Kim. I was like, why is he so low today? All right, so you're on 3. Yeah, Belly, dude, I'm telling you, man, I was struggling, and I do sleep naked. What do you sleep in? I missed that.
I just sleep in underwear.
What? Tiny whiteys?
No, I have boxer
briefs. I don't see. I'll give him that because social media lounge. Feel me out on this one. You can't have wrinkly, baggy, loose stuff that you're wearing in bed. I can't have like regular boxers on in bed. Because you know what I mean? Like you get all wrinkled up.
Well, it's the same reason I can't wear a t-shirt.
Same thing. Exactly the same thing. You wear a t-shirt in the pool though?
No.
I did forever.
Forever.
Dude, I was so fat as a kid. I
just stopped going to the pool. It wasn't about being fat. I started growing chest hair when I was 14 years old.
Same. Triangle.
Oh, it's so weird. I'm only hearing myself over here.
Sorry. Hairy triangle puss is what they called me.
What?
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
Hairy triangle puss. Because it looked like a vagina on my chest that was in the made out of hair. No, it was like pubes on my chest.
I was going full chest hair. It was all.
You probably had the full trail at like age 15.
Oh yeah, it was. I mean, I believe at 10 I started already getting my happy trail. So
But I definitely wore a shirt in the pool, and I definitely do not wear a shirt to bed.
No.
At all. I used to wear aqua socks in the pool, man. I was a repressed young man.
The only time I wear water shoes was when I was in the ocean.
I don't want to step on a crab.
No.
That was my whole thing. I still don't like that. However, to where I was at, what's the move? What's the move? Do you have, like, if you like, nobody plans on waking up in the middle of the night with a fever.
No.
I certainly didn't plan on that last night. It's like 98 degrees in the middle of the night. How hot is it right now?
Let's see.
Dude, it's so humid right now.
Well, it's supposed to be cooling down.
But Belly, how has it been this last week in DC? Like, tell the people.
It was, the temperature gauge said it was 89 degrees out. Real feel.
What time?
102.
Real feel 102. That means that is just like 20 degrees of or 11 degrees.
It's actually only 77
humidity.
degrees outside right now.
You know, dude, it's gross.
But with a 76% humidity.
Yeah. So what I was going to say is I woke up in the middle of the night with a fever. And you know when you have a fever because you're cold for no reason. You have those shivers and you're like, oh, I know this feeling. What the fuck is this?
Man, let me tell you, if I'm cold at night, I'm sleeping like a rock.
Belly, it's
I'm
not
sorry.
being comfortable cold. You know what I'm talking. Have you never had a fever before?
I guess not.
You've never had a fever where you've had the
Apparently
chills.
No, I don't get, if I got the chills, I'm like, ooh, I like that.
Social Media Lounge, please yell at him.
I like it.
How do you not know what I'm talking about? The chills of being sick, where you know it's like 80 degrees in your room. You're, for some reason, it's a normal day, but you are so cold.
No, I always, when I'm sweaty, it's because I'm hot. Period.
So
Always.
I go in really like I'm freezing, and I did nothing, but I couldn't find my robe anywhere.
Sleep with a blanket, like a comforter.
I have a comforter. So what I did is I just took the comforter like a cape and walked to the bathroom.
Oh. Did you hopefully didn't pee on your blanket?
No, I didn't pee on my blanket. I have good aim. But has anybody ever done that? Have you ever just wrapped yourself up in the comforter and walked around because you don't have a robe around? Do you robe it?
I mean, when I was solo, yeah.
I don't see you in a robe.
No. I just put clothes on.
How much is too much money for lingerie?
I don't know.
I'm going to take a hard left turn.
Never bought it.
For a woman.
Well, I guess no.
You're going to buy something for a woman.
Because I was young.
You're young? How old?
I mean, I was buying lingerie when I was like 18, 19, 20.
And also for your girlfriend?
For the girlfriend. Oh, yeah, that too. I just like the lace, the way the lace feels on my buttocks.
Good morning, Social Media Lounge. What are we serving in there today, Belly?
Today, it's straight black coffee to get everyone feeling good and right.
Darn right. Got my magic robots right here. How much is too much for lingerie? Because I would like to pose that question. I have a friend who told me
lingerie was kind of a weird thing to buy.
Would you buy lingerie for a girlfriend? And how deep into the relationship do you have to be before you feel comfortable doing that? I want to bang.
It's like I want to see.
I want to bang. Yeah.
Let's step the game up.
So how do you feel about buying lingerie for your significant other? You personally?
Me personally, I always find it weird. I mean, you got to know all the stuff about their sizes, and it's a weird game too.
You got to ask cup size, or do you just guess?
Yeah.
And then if you guess too like an inch too heavy, then you're calling them fat.
Yeah.
That's bad.
It's a risky business, not just because of the risque wear.
So how much would you feel comfortable dropping on your girl's lingerie? You're in a loving relationship. It's been a while.
I mean, I'm sure I'd drop 100 plus on it if I was, thinking about it.
If you're gonna drop,
do it, I'm gonna get something nice.
That's what the thing is. That's what I'm saying. I think if you in a relationship, if you're older than 21, you can't get the girl. What would be offensive? That's a good one. What would be offensive? What are the no-goes for lingerie purchasing for your significant other?
From the Social Media Lounge, lingerie is horrible to buy though.
Why?
Not only is it expensive, it's impossible to find a fit.
Oh well, that's probably true.
Yeah,
it's like jeans for a guy,
and it's a thing you're gonna spend money on that it's not gonna get worn very often. In fact,
I don't know about your sex life.
Well, yeah. Here's the thing: I prefer them naked.
I do too. I do too. No, that's a good point. Would you prefer lingerie or nothing at all?
So I mean, I'm not against. See, for me, lingerie is obviously not for the woman, right?
Not true. Ask the Social Media Lounge that. Ask them that.
I think the visual effects of a lingerie, what it's really for, is the appeal to your partner.
I think you would be wrong. I thought that I thought that. I was talking to my friend last night, and we were talking about how a lot of guys think
I can't be comfortable.
No, false. I don't think it is either. But nothing that a girl wears to look good is typically comfortable. Like they don't like wearing wedges. They just look really good in them, right? It's not comfortable. However, I would say that I thought that I told this person I don't really care because they were asking me like what kind of lingerie like would I prefer? Like does a guy care?
No, I just prefer colors.
Colors are good. Do you have a color that you choose?
Red. I mean, come on.
Thank you.
Everyone loves red.
Thank you.
Red is the color of passion, heat, emotion, fire. Get me on the red.
I think to women it's the color of a slut.
It's the devil. We love it. We want you to show up flashing smoke with your horns out with the red on because boom, it means sin's about to happen.
If you have a comment on this at all throughout the show, the phone lines are open today. It's just us two, so we would love some participation. 571-354-7338.
Red obviously is the best.
It's hot.
It's a hot color.
Black's good. Purple's good.
Purple's your
depends.
See, I'm not in on the I don't think I'd be in on the purple.
I think it depends
colors.
on skin tone.
Yeah, agreed,
right?
Agreed.
What about like nude color, like tan? Those tan thigh highs. That's hot.
All about the stocking game.
I'm all about the stocking game. Garters, any of that. Look, dude, I know a girl that I would like to like be in a relationship with. I would not want this on because it kind of is pretty ho-ho. But let me just throw this out there. You know what I'm talking about? Mainly adult film stars. I've never seen somebody in their actual life, like a normal, like just regular person wear this. Yeah. The tats on the back of the thigh, like just a bow tie, or just a bow, like a thigh high tat. Mm-hmm. That's hot.
So from the social media lounge, just a t-shirt, just an oversized t-shirt.
That's also
super
hot.
Agreed.
Super hot.
Agreed.
I agree. But the question I wanted to get to is who is the lingerie for? Because I said to my friend, I don't really care what color it is or what it is because it's just the mentality that you or whoever got all dressed up like this. For me, that's a really awesome mentality. That's sexy as hell to me.
Exactly. You're doing it for me. I am all in.
They corrected me. Most of the time it's for me, my friend said. They want to feel sexy.
Well, good. I'm telling you, you do.
Yeah, and I am full on agreeing with it. But social media lounge, I'd like to put that on a poll. We can make a poll for that.
Interesting.
Who is when a girl dresses up in lingerie, who is it more for, the guy or herself?
I guess it depends on who buys it.
Right?
Because if we're buying it for them to make, hopefully it makes them feel sexy, but at the same time, we're buying it for them so we can see them in it.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like there's a little bit of a demeanor, a degrading there. If I'm saying, hey, baby, you'd look good in this, like I don't know. Would you feel weird if a girl like
hands are a clown mask and like a guy? Oh, I have the sounds today.
Do you have them?
That's right.
I want to hear it. You deserve it for that. That was good. Are you on belly or which line are you on?
Let's see.
Are you on the belly line?
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
Where are you?
I'm everywhere. I'm everywhere. We'll get there eventually.
Right. So that's a good question that I would like to pose. Social media lounge, let me know what you guys think. Who is lingerie more for? Because I think that's a little bit like, ooh, hey baby, you'd look good in this. And it's like how would you feel? Let me ask you this. Let's flip the script. If you're dating
there it is. Found it.
Let's flip the script here.
Oh. Sorry.
What if a girl that you've been dating for 3 months, we'll say, and she comes up to you and she says, baby, I got you something. And you're like, oh, okay. A sandwich? She's like, no.
A sandwich.
most guys are hoping sandwich there.
Ooh, food?
Yeah. That I don't have to make? Amazing. No, what if she brings you a sailor's outfit and says, I think you would fucking look so good in this. Would you wear this for me tonight?
Yeah.
Are you feeling any at all degraded?
If she wants to spice it up, yeah, I mean, I'll know.
But do you feel any at all degraded by that? The same way as if we were saying, hey, baby, look, I bought you this lingerie. I think you'd look amazing in this. You want to wear it tonight? I'm wondering how that would be received.
I know it's a very weird transition for sure.
For sure.
Especially depending on the strength. Hopefully the strength of your relationship is strong enough where you can just come to each other with that kind of thing anytime you want. But otherwise, it can be a very weird exchange.
I don't know, man. I worry about that kind of stuff, like fantasies in the bedroom. It's very easy. I'm going to be burping a lot today.
Burp.
I'm struggling. I am, man.
There's gas in me.
It's very hard
They call me the gas bag.
to bring up on Friends, for example, the Princess Leia.
Mhm.
That was a huge episode. Everybody wanted to see Princess. That doesn't do it for me. I wasn't into Star Wars. But how do you bring up with your significant other? Man, I would love for you to dress up like a flight attendant. Does that like mean that you have a thing for flight attendants? Like there's nothing there.
Except for the week before you asked her to dress up as a cowgirl, so.
But I should also see that to me is a sign of this is going south. Like, if you need every week to dress up like something else, something's wrong there. Am I wrong?
Unless you're doing it, I mean, if you're doing something together that you both enjoy, if it's a week-to-week thing where all of a sudden it becomes like a thing, you like
dress up day?
Yeah, it's like this week on.
Buddy, what's the movie that I'm thinking of where they go out in the beginning of the movie and they're on a date and they like you can tell that it's like a one-night stand. But then they go out and he takes her home and he bangs her out like crazy, and then you like wake up and they're actually married. It's just a thing they did as a date to pretend that they were strangers and to pretend that they were on a one-night stand.
It sounds like a commercial.
It's a movie. Does anybody in the social media lounge know what I'm talking about? Because that's a really funny movie, and I think, wow, what a hot way to go about a date. Pretend you don't know each other. Show up at a bar. She sits randomly somewhere.
You know where you're going to meet at this bar, but
you know you're going to meet there. You know you're going to take her home, but you're pretending that it's a first date. You're pretending that you're coming in from piloting a fighter pilot from Japan. Mm-hmm. You're only going to be there for a day.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's awesome.
Yeah, that's a fun little kind of game to play when you're playing with your significant other. It's
like, how do you spice it up? You know,
exactly. And people should be able to, honestly, people should be openly able to communicate with their partner when they're doing something like that, because it's one of those things that can really build the communication and get each other to learn more about each other.
If you want to feel more comfortable, if you want your girl or your significant other or whoever it is to feel more comfortable around you and to like not only just, I feel bad saying like to give it up, but like if you want your girl to be or your significant other to be rowdy in the bedroom, that comes from you. You've got to create. It's like karaoke. It's like what we do on the weekly One Wheel Challenges. You've got to foster an environment where you be you. I support you. No matter how much you suck at singing karaoke, right? I would love for my girl to be like, yeah, you want to try something new? I support you, even though you're absolutely terrible in the sack. Let's try it.
Yeah.
Let's try it. I'm not terrible in the sack.
No. But,
from the social media lounge.
From the social media lounge. I saw that commercial too. It was a small skit.
It's not a commercial. No, you guys, I love you. And I know that you're on Belly's side because he runs the train. You're wrong.
It's a commercial.
You're all wrong. How about that, dude? How about just quick 2 minutes? How about that post yesterday? Was that pretty cool?
Yeah, it was really cool.
Do you want to tell the people what we're talking about? That was awesome. That was like an aha. That was like a we made it moment.
For most of you already know we do a second show called The Voice of One Wheel at 11 a.m. every Tuesday. In that, there's a bunch of One Wheel community groups, and one of the things that happened was we basically someone made a post saying, "Oh, I just discovered this Voice of One Wheel podcast. Someone please tell me, where is the social media lounge? How do I get there?"
Guys, it had us just tickling. Like, I sent it to Belly and I was like, look at this. And then like all of the comments below were like, oh, dude, that's the best part of watching the stream is to hang out with Belly and then everybody else together. And, you can interact with the show. So I just thought it was really funny because we get that comment a lot. Where is the social media lounge? Like, you guys keep talking about it and all the food sounds delicious. How do I get in on that? It's fictitious.
The social media lounge is throwing out touchdowns over here.
So give it to them. They deserve it. Let them have one.
First, let's take relationship advice from two single dudes. Ha 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 ha. Yep. Touchdown.
Give it. That's really good. Hey, listen.
Oh, it's
touchdown! We got to put that on the soundboard. That thing, it's way too on delay.
It's too laggy.
But yes, thank you very much, Social Media Lounge. That is correct. We are giving you all of the advice that you didn't ask for from somebody who's not in a relationship.
We're actually asking the question. We need to figure it out.
I'm not telling you what to do. I'm asking you your opinion.
Please,
I need
God help us.
Try to get laid. You guys are the best. We're just having some fun with you. Thank you for hanging out. We'll do the 9 most egregious violations from the NCAA. Seriously, guys, a Kentucky soccer player is suspended because he played a pickup game of soccer with the Foo Fighters. We'll do that next.
Marinate Restaurant puts a unique twist on fast casual dining by starting with only the freshest ingredients to slow-cook delicious melodies of taste and colors that are sure to delight your senses. Whether you're craving the Chipotle pulled pork sliders, honey basil chicken tacos, or the infamous kitchen sink wrap, Marinate has something for everybody with tons of vegetarian options too. It's the perfect choice of catering for your offices or events with fast and friendly service from a brand new store on Melrose and Wester. Stop by today, or you can order online at marinateyourlife.com.
Yay for Taco Tuesday! Don't forget, buy one, get one free. All damn day!
Tacos, wraps, sliders, and sides. Slow cooked to perfection at Marinate Restaurant. marinateyourlife.com.
What's up, y'all? It's Maddie Mads here. This show is sponsored by TTR Studios. Whether it's weddings, parties, karaoke, audio, video production, and all your entertainment needs, call TTR Studios, LLC at 703-850-2223 or check them out at ttrevents.com. Start the show, Luch.
Belly, we're in the Lego movie. Woo! There's something about just having too good of a time that I don't care how stupid I look. It's partially the reason that I suck on a dance floor, because I start doing things like this.
The classic 360 spin. He definitely breaks out his Travolta.
R.I.P. Burt Reynolds. Oh, that is sad. I shouldn't be having that happy music on for that. But yeah, that's a tough one. Burt Reynolds passed away.
Yeah, that's
That
really
one
tough.
sucks.
Smokey and the Bandit. All his cameos in Archer are always great.
So let's keep it here. This is better.
Oh. But yeah, it's one of those weird. It's just one of those big losses.
That one
82
hurts,
years
man.
old though.
82. He lived a good life.
Yeah, he lived a good life. Was in a lot of things. I really wanted to just post my own Burt Reynolds sexy pose picture. You know him from the Playboy
Give it to
magazine
your camera.
where he lays across the table and he's completely naked.
I want to get a screenshot. So give your best screenshot right now.
You're gonna have to just take a picture of me doing it regularly. No shirt on, no pants on.
We can do that. Braxton Blue, we miss you, sir. Hopefully everything is good with all of the ass you're getting out in LA. My God, he's just posting beautiful woman after beautiful woman. Do you think he's actually hooking up with them? I say no. I love the kid. I'll say it to his face. I don't think he's getting any ass out there. You want to call him? Should we call him and get him on the line? Ask him if he's getting any ass out there?
It's too early for him.
Just a whole lot of single dudes dropping radio on you guys. Thank you for joining us again. Social Media Lounge, you are the best. Let's get into the show. This is an unbelievable story. Belly, this is a Kentucky soccer player.
Not just player.
What?
Players.
Multiple?
Multiple. Several of the University of Kentucky players were suspended because they were actually just practicing on their own. And the Foo Fighters showed up. And they played with the Foo Fighters because...
Like Dave Grohl, the Foo Fighters, my favorite band of all time.
One of the greatest guitarists and musicians, period.
Drummer. He did the entire... You guys realize the first Foo Fighter album, Dave Grohl walked into a studio by himself and recorded every instrument. Every part. That whole album is just him.
The most talented, probably the most talented musical artist of most, if not any generation.
From our area, Springfield, Virginia. He's my idol for sure.
Yeah. And
I do that. That's what I used to do. I was like, oh, if he can do it, well, I'll try.
He shows up, I'll play whatever. Even if it got me in trouble like this, I'd be like, yeah.
Belly, I'll play spike ball with him if he wants to.
Spike ball. Never gonna change any. If it risks my college career so I can play pickup soccer with Dave Grohl.
Why should that risk your college career? That makes no sense.
It's mostly because of what was it? Let's see. Going through.
Well, listen, guys. The whole point is that they're not allowed to. What's the rule that he broke? Playing a soccer game outside of his team?
During the pickup game took place the week before final exams, when the NCAA prohibits coaches from being involved with players in an event like a pickup game. I guess a coach was there.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Like, when are we going to stop this, man? I don't care about college sports. I want to ask you guys if you care about sports in general now that, like... I'm getting a little bit older. I'm starting to be at the point where most athletes are younger than me.
Mm-hmm.
That's a weird feeling.
Most athletes. 33 is when you're out of the league in most leagues, except for hockey.
Tom Brady's 41.
Okay, Tom Brady's not human.
Yeah, I know.
So,
but that's the thing. Like once I
You're
realized,
not Tom Brady. Sorry.
Giselle loves dressing up in purple and thigh highs for me. Yeah. But I'm saying, once I got to that, like basically about a year or two ago, I started not caring as much about football because it feels like it's now something like, put it this way. When you're younger and you're growing up, you're still in that mindset where they're older than you and you're kind of idolizing these players. Once you're older than them, like, and you have your own successes and failures and life, football's an escape. Sports are an escape where you go to stop thinking about, fighting with your other or a boss who's an asshole. You're just trying to get away.
To stay out of any kind of said trouble.
Yeah, for sure.
A lot of your friends that don't do things like that, you fill time with something that's productive instead of something that's bad.
Who doesn't like Sunday Fun Day, right? But I gotta be honest with you. I find myself caring less and less and less about the NFL and especially the NCAA because it's like,
oh, the NCAA is scum.
It's a joke, man.
Scum.
Like, are we supposed to just sit here and just like, oh, it's okay. Rick Pitino is on Get Up the other day talking about why would he know about the prostitution going on? And it's impossible because the dorm that it happened in was named after his brother. Fuck off. Like, that makes a difference. So what?
No, it does.
It doesn't matter. You're just saying things. There's no way the head coach of a program doesn't know that prostitution is going on more than one time in the players' dorms.
Well, that's an actual, real, legit NCAA violation. I have a list of things that don't make any sense.
Belly, Urban Meyer still has a job.
Yeah.
What is that? And then Michelle Beadle goes on to ESPN and says, well, the NFL and the NCAA clearly doesn't care about women. I'm not watching anymore. And what happened to her?
Well, you have to watch the sports that you're going to report.
Yeah, they booted her from Get Up within a week. So now it's Greeny and like they're just trying out new people.
Those are actual violations. Playing pickup soccer with
that is enough to bother you. But now you get into the little stuff like this.
Little stuff like this. Here's one. This is from one school. Football team eats too much pasta. Coach commits illegal butt dial. Soccer recruit uses on-campus Wi-Fi.
Are these the 9 failures?
Those are just 3 from the same school. That's the same school. That's all from the University of Oklahoma. And in 2013, they all reported. And by the way, most of the stuff I'm getting from these comes from mentalfloss.com. The article talks about the football team, first of all, ate too much pasta. Each player, 3 of the players ate too much pasta of their allotted amount. Exactly. They had to reimburse. They all had to pay $3.83 to charity.
Tell them what I just said.
Sounds like me last night.
Yeah, it sounds like me last night, crushing every night with too much pasta.
Yeah, too much pasta. You always create yourself a giant plate and then regret every decision you've ever made.
My eyes are way bigger than my stomach. So tell me about
pasta
what
is
happened.
Also way bigger in your belly than on your plate.
That's true. It expands. It expands. Turns to sugar. So what happened with this pasta story?
These football players basically ate too much pasta at a team dinner. That's all that happened. They have an allotted amount of money, quote unquote, per player to spend when it comes to their meal. So what happened was these players went back for seconds, I guess. And
oh my God.
Took one extra spoonful. So the 3 players that committed this error had to pay $3.83 to a charity of their choice to become eligible again.
Do you see what I'm talking about? You want me to just sit back and support this bullshit? It's ridiculous.
This one I know of that didn't have, is not on this article, but I know of. I can't remember where it happened, but a soccer player was suspended, or not a soccer player. Regardless of sport, this college athlete was suspended for using the water from a hose to wash his or her car during a sunny day. He or she had to reimburse the university the money for the water she used from the hose.
What, 50 cents?
Exactly. Like they can even really track how much water she even used to get the thing through to even make her not eligible to play the sport she plays because she washed her car over the weekend.
Do you
with
care about any of this
university
as a
water.
fan? Like, do you care about any of this, or are you just pretty much like,
It's sad
what is
enough-
everybody smoking?
It's sad enough we don't pay some these players. It's sad enough. I mean, yes, they do get university scholarships and they get to go to the universities for free, but they're also under very strict scrutiny rules where they can't take jobs, they can't make extra money, they can't wash their damn car.
Belly, this is the kind of shit
They can't
that's
eat
gotta
too
go.
much pasta.
This has to go. You got okay. We just talked
That's
to Two
ridiculous.
Trees. We just
Oh,
talked to
that's
Two
ridiculous.
Trees, right? Two Trees, who used to be on this show. Brax and Two Trees were our two millennial co-hosts. Two Trees went in the Army. He's in special ops now. Okay, he literally, like, we went out after last show. Brax called Two Trees, and we were talking to him because I actually used to coach these kids. Braxton Blue was my first, like, when I was coaching JV baseball. He was on the varsity team. It was 1 year away from being able to be my player. But Two Trees, I coached him when he was 15 years old. Now he's in the Army Special Ops, and he says, Luch, I am literally a full-time professional athlete. That's what I am. We wake up at like 4 in the morning, we go work out, and then we come back and we crush food. We crush whatever we want. Then we go do another workout. We come back, we crush food. We crush whatever we want because we're burning off so much of it. And we go do a third workout, and then it's dinner, and we crush a bunch of food. Now, how are you going to put these kids through so much rigmarole where literally you got kids in Maryland dying because of heat exhaustion, but you can't feed them more pasta than an allotted amount? Come on. That doesn't make sense.
And it's not just the players, too. Here's a coach getting in trouble for something that seems so stupid that you just can't imagine why anyone would even think of punishing someone for this. In 2014, I don't know if you remember, but there was a girl by the name of Monet Davis. In the
I do
Little
remember
League
that
World
name.
Series.
Yeah,
She crushed it.
Oh, she was
crushed it.
awesome.
She
That
led her team
female
to the
pitcher.
champion.
Yeah.
She led her team to the championship. She was amazing.
She was all over Sports Center. I
She
remember
got a
that.
phone call from a very prominent coach in women's basketball, Gino Oriyama, who has the all-time wins. He's the guy that leads UConn to championships every single year. I don't think he's lost more than 4 games in a season.
Last year they lost the championship, right?
They lost in the championship,
Yeah.
but I don't think they've lost more than 4 games in a season since
He started?
long time ago. He just called. This team was from Philadelphia. He's
the
from
Little League
Philadelphia.
baseball team.
The Little League baseball team is from Philadelphia. She's from Philadelphia. He's from Philadelphia. All he did was call and say, "Great job, great stuff, congratulations."
He got in trouble for that?
He got a secondary NCAA violation because you're not allowed to contact recruits before they enter junior high school.
That's ridiculous. That is absolutely
Until their
absurd.
junior year of high school, I'm sorry.
That's absurd. This is the issue with the NCAA football and NBA need to do what MLB does with their farm systems. Yeah, that would help. Thought that's what the NBA D-League was for. Good morning to everybody in the social media lounge. I'm 41 and I'm still a sports fanatic. Look, I wish I was there with you. I really do. I love sports too. We enjoyed watching the football game yesterday.
Exactly. But the only reason
That game
I
was
don't
boring
agree,
as fuck for the first half. It was 3-6.
It was boring the whole game. It was exciting like at the end. Anyway, the only reason I don't agree with that is because any player that forgoes college to play in these developmental leagues is now risking not only their livelihood but their future education. And that is where I prefer that they get that education.
They're not getting it as one and dones.
So most one and dones aren't, so one and done should just go.
That's coming, right?
I think it should.
One and done, I think, is pretty much done in the next 2 or 3 years. I think that's the writing is on the wall.
They need to go back to just letting high schoolers in, like LeBron.
LeBron.
Or Kwame Brown.
Remember that? You had Kwame Brown. Jesus. You had LeBron and you had Carmelo going in the same year, right? Or no, Carmelo had to go in.
Carmelo played
with
at
Syracuse. Yeah, that's right.
But they did get drafted the same year with Dwayne Wade.
That's right. Did you see that video of Dwayne Wade dunking on, like, people my height?
No, LeBron
he just showed up.
Dwayne Wade was in the same draft as LeBron. No.
Dwayne Wade showed up at a gym in LA and just started balling with some people. They're like me and you playing basketball. They're not athletic.
Yeah, I love when they join pickup basketball.
Oh, it's so great. But I got to be honest with you, man. Like, do you think we could play this, Belly? Talk about what it would be like. Who's the best dunker in the NBA? As I pull this up,
that kid from the Orlando Magic. I'm sure LeBron would be pretty great if he ever did a home run derby again. Yeah, studio mode, bro.
Oh, amateur hour.
Yeah, who pays you here?
So this is it. We'll just go ahead and watch this real quick. This is pretty funny. This is Dwayne Wade, looking really old, playing with a bunch of Joe Schmoes. He looks old, Belly.
You calm down, Jessica Jones. We're going to talk about sports for only a few minutes.
Yeah, we're done with sports after this, I promise.
We're talking about the most ridiculous thing in the world.
So that's Dwayne Wade.
Why
He's just playing. I love the guy. Hey,
get out my way.
dude, he looks so slow.
It looks like he's playing with like 14-year-olds. Get out of here.
He looks, and he's not dominating. Like, that doesn't look like what you would think an NBA player would look like playing against Joe Schmoes. Like, watch this dunk, dude. This is like everything he has. He barely got up, dude.
Yeah, he barely got up.
He barely got up.
Man.
And Dwayne Wade used to just throw down. This is the last one. This is actually pretty sweet fade.
Oh, no. I mean, they're only going to show the highlights. He probably missed like 20 of those shots.
That's actually true. That's actually true. So let's get into, I want to do, well, go ahead and just give us the most egregious. Just give us the titles.
Also, he probably also just isn't going 100.
He's probably not at 100.
Probably
But I want to give you guys the top-ranked Nintendo games of all time. Top 10 I got in front of me.
Oh, wow.
Digitaltrends.com. I don't think you're going to like it because I don't agree with this at all. So before we go and take a break, we've got like 2-3 minutes here. Just hit us with the titles from each of the 9.
Sure, but I got to tell you about the last one.
Okay.
So you already heard 1 through 3. You've already heard number 5. So number 4 is impermissible laser tag. 7. So an illegal table, recruiting stickers, and caps and gowns.
I mean, what are we doing?
And
Caps and
improper icing on cookies.
Seriously?
And then the last and the bonus one that I have to talk about, illegal dunks by North Florida basketball players. Illegal dunks.
How's that even happen? What do you mean?
NCAA rule, article blah, 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 bullshit, 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 is players can't dunk during the last 20 minutes of pregame warm-ups. Should they violate this, the other team is rewarded 2 technical free throws at the start of the game.
What?
This is what happened when Tennessee Tech beat the University of North Florida in 2014. North Florida had illegally dunked during pregame. Texas Tech hit their 2 freebies, and I bet you can probably guess the final score.
Yeah, they lost by 1.
Texas Tech won 82-80.
Unbelievable. Belly, nice job holding it down today. I said, Belly, look, I'm going to need you to hold down at least one segment because I'm struggling today. And that's what he does. He says, okay, I got this.
No problemo.
No problemo, boss. We got this under control. So thank you guys for hanging out with us. We will be back to talk to you about the best Nintendo games of all time. This list is full of S. We'll talk about that next. Have you ever wondered to yourself, man, what the fuck am I going to eat today? I got the answer for you right here, folks. It's Marinate Restaurant. You marinateyourlife.com. That's what you're going to do. You're going to go over there. You're going to get yourself some sliders, some bowls, some soups, some tacos, whatever it is, because you know on Tuesdays, those tacos are buy one, get one free. So head over to the Brando store on the corner of Western and Melrose and get yourself some goddamn tacos. Let's go, baby. MarinateYourLife.com. Head over there today for the best food you've never had.
Lucdogg in the morning.
Welcome back, folks. Let's do the damn thing. We are just rolling today. Thank you guys for all of your participation. Does anybody like Pinball, Belly?
Of course, I do. I love pinball. Me too, Social Media Lounge. I love pinball so much. It's one of my favorite games. I played so much pinball when I was out in San Diego at Coin Op.
I remember the first thing that I ever saved money for was a electronic pinball game. I had a paper route. I was making $4 a week. I was maybe 8 years old. And I saved up $30 for an electronic pinball game. It was the best. I was so pumped. I played it like 3 times and
all
never
the
played it
flashing
again.
lights.
Yeah. Yeah. It was fun for a week. And then I got rid of it. So I know you guys played a lot of video games growing up. We'll get into that. There's a lot of dimension talk going on lately. Oh, I'm not going to subject you all to it because I know that's when I
The Twilight Zone.
typically lose most of you. However, I got some interesting discussions coming up with people on the side that I cannot wait to have.
Do you believe in you believe in the alternate dimensions where you're living a different life in all these dimensions, right? There's
so you're talking about string theory, I think that is.
Yeah, string theory kind of.
Basically, where I don't know if string theory is accurate, but I know what you're saying.
It's like Jet Li's the one. Like whenever you find out that you have someone that looks like you want to destroy them to absorb their power, right? No,
it's basically every time you make a decision. Do we know what a decision tree is? I'm not going to spend time on this. 2 seconds. When you get up in the morning and you say, should I brush my teeth or should I have a bagel? If you choose bagel, the brush your teeth version of you is stemming off somewhere in a different
Brushing their
universe.
Teeth, making out with people probably.
Right, and living on a different track of what you would have been. If you think about, like, people don't like to think about this, but think about how much you actually control in your day.
Yeah.
You're living one giant choose-your-own-adventure game.
Always, yeah.
Right? So it's very easy to think like, well, if I chose a different path, I would have a different outcome of my day. I guarantee you, if you chose to eat that bagel,
I gotta find this doors to the other dimension so I can.
Well, that's what I want to talk to.
Me that's rich, so I can replace them.
I got a text from a listener that said I was close. Something I'm paraphrasing. I was in almost got to another dimension, saw the door. It wasn't my time to go through, and I can't wait to dig into
Dark
that.
Tower, kind of like the Dark Tower by Stephen King. Is the first book is like the second book is all about like the 3 doors.
What 3 doors?
They go through. Roland goes through these 3 doors to get to the other dimensions to find his new companions.
Oh wow!
Basically, that's how he enlists all his companions, is going through these 3 doors, and then also going through trials.
Can I just throw this out there? If I found a magical power, how would I go about telling you, Social Media Lounge listener, whoever,
what's the power,
so that you believe me?
Show them. Eyes.
You have to see it with your eyes, right? When I was a child, every night before I go to bed, I would visualize something that I wanted to have happen the following day. And I would go through it in my head and actually live through the moment. I would go through the script and I would talk it out in my head of like, if it was like me meeting a girl that I had a crush on, I would go through that moment in my mind of what it would be like tomorrow when I have that moment with that girl. Mm-hmm. And if I came up with something that I didn't like on the fly, I would actually say to myself, no, erase that. And then I'd go back to the part of the script where it was no longer something bad, and I would start from there again in my head. And I'm telling you, 99 out of 100 days, the next day, that thing to some extent would come true. That happened. Now...
That's my mind exploding.
Every single time. Because now what I'm doing is laying out a path for myself to be on where I know whether I get the bagel or if I brush my teeth, I'm on a path to go talk to that girl today. It's coming at some point, and I'm expecting it. And then it comes. And when it does come, you don't miss it. Because that's the thing. Maybe it just enlightens you to be ready for it when it does happen. And if you hadn't thought about it, you would have completely missed that opportunity in the first place.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now, I don't have that ability nearly as much anymore because of the Christmas trees that I have chopped down and the not so clear mind that I have as when I was 10 years old.
Yeah, the clear mind 10-year-old is always the one you want making the decisions. Dude,
kids are the ones that are immediate. They're like animals in a way, where animals are always, if you read about it,
they follow their kids more than anything else. Follow their instincts.
Their instincts. They're 100%. Like animals are in 100% state of meditation.
Yeah,
that's kind of the theory. And so it's just fascinating to me that I've had this happen, and typically people do this and they make fun of me, like Belly's doing right now, which I love. They just go But I'm telling you,
I just got back.
Visualize what it is that you want. Feel yourself actually going through it, and then believe that it's going to happen. See what happens today. See if you can manifest a cup of coffee. Seriously, see if you can manifest a cup of coffee. Take 5 minutes and actually think of yourself, not like he. Not
I want
like,
ice cream, actually.
No,
so I'm gonna go with ice cream cone. Ice cream cone. Ice cream cone.
See, he's not taking it seriously, and then it's not. You're not going to see results. But if you believe you're going to get, if you believe that you're going to get an ice cream cone,
that's what I want for a superpower. Just pop up an ice cream cone anytime I want.
But you can't just think about I want an ice cream cone. You have to talk to yourself into the path that will get you there. You have to see that. You have to feel what it's like to receive that ice cream cone in your hands. What are the most favorite Nintendo games of all time that you've ever played? I'm off of Dimensions. I just wanted to make sure you guys realize that there is more out there than we know the answers to. Number 10, top Nintendo games of all time according to digitaltrends.com.
This is just Nintendo.
Just Nintendo.
Now, all Nintendo games of all time.
NES.
NES. Star Fox.
Tetris.
Tetris.
Tetris is number 10.
I love Tetris.
Number 9?
That
I don't remember
L-shape.
this one. Dragon Quest 3? Dragon Warrior 3? I don't know what that is.
I'm sure it was a great game.
But these are the ones that start getting me.
Probably one of the first real big RPGs.
Well, why don't we go with what is your favorite Nintendo game of all time?
I mean, Mario.
Is it?
Mario.
Because it's not for me.
Mario.
Excite Bike? You remember Excite
Mario.
Bike?
That doesn't sound like Mario.
Metroid?
Metroid's okay.
Metroid was my jam, dude. My mom...
Did you freak out when you found out the main character was a girl?
No. My mom and I played it together, and we used to write down the codes at the end of each game. She pulled me out of school to finish beating the last level because she was so into it. How awesome is that? Mom, I love you.
You got to get this done.
Oh, yeah. She came and got me, and she's like, Adam!
This is how you finish stuff.
We're at the last one. Mother Brain.
Yeah.
Mother Brain. But number 8 is Castlevania 3, Dracula's Curse. I remember those.
They still make Castlevania games.
Man, do they?
I think so, yeah.
Number 7, Final Fantasy. Did you ever get into those? I'm not a huge Final Fantasy guy.
I like the Final. I played a couple of the Final Fantasy. I am the king of what's that game from Final Fantasy 10 or was it 9? Blitzball. Man, I played so much Blitzball when I was playing that game. It was so much fun. It was basically an underwater Quidditch, basically.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is this like Quidditch?
It's kind of like Quidditch.
Sounds like
there's
it.
no broomsticks. You're swimming in water and you're passing the ball to your teammates and scoring in one goal.
Number 6. I believe this should be way higher. Mike Tyson's Punch Out.
That's a good one.
At 6?
Yeah, I'm sure there were much better games than that.
Okay, so now what we'll do is we're going to hold all of the ones that come next to the bar. Is this better or worse than Punch Out? Should this be ahead of Punch Out or no? What's going on in the social media lounge?
Nothing. I'm just keeping track.
Okay. So number 5, is this better than Punch Out? Super Mario Bros. 2.
Yes.
Not 2. 2 is the worst one.
All Mario games are better than
2 was the worst. It was the worst.
Why is it the worst?
I just
too hard. Was it too hard?
Sequels always suck. Would you rather play?
2 was great. It introduced the freaking tails and like most of the other, not just the mushrooms. Like 2 is great.
Oh, the fireball?
Yeah.
Did that come in 2?
Yeah, all 2.
That's true.
2 was the one where you could get all the suits and stuff. Like Mario, first one was just about like.
So Belly agrees. 2 was the worst one ever. So, do you think it goes ahead of Mike Tyson's Punch Out?
Yes.
You'd rather play Mario Brothers 2.
You could put Mario 1 through 15 ahead of all these games.
Okay. Well, number 4, you're welcome. I haven't looked at these either. Metroid, yes.
Yeah, Metroid's great.
Absolutely above Punch Out. Metroid is one of the best games ever made, and if you ever played it on the GameCube,
before its time too.
Way before its time.
Yeah.
GameCube, oh man, that version was awesome.
I imagine Zelda's number 1.
Now, number 3, why is this on? Isn't this Sega? Mega Man 2. I thought that was a Sega game.
Mega Man, no. Mega Man is not. Mega Man wasn't. No, it's Super Nintendo.
Would it surprise you to know that
he's
Mega
on.
Man, the character who would for many years be Capcom's de facto mascot, was nearly a one-hit wonder? The first game in the franchise sold poorly, and Capcom only greenlit a sequel on the condition that the development team do it on the side while focusing on other projects. I didn't know that. Series
And
creator,
Mega Man 11 is coming out soon.
Yeah, series creator KG Inafune claims that the team spent 20 hours a day sacrificing their personal lives to ensure that the game got made, and it's a good thing they did because it put the franchise into the big leagues, and to this day remains one of the peaks of the series. Look at that.
I've never owned anything Nintendo except for a Game Boy.
Really?
And I didn't own any of. I had a Sega Genesis. I was a Sega kid.
This is just unbelievable.
Sega had better graphics anyway.
Number 2. Oh, actually, I'll tell you. Shut your front door right now. Number 2 goes with this one.
Sonic the Hedgehog was BA.
BA?
Badass.
Okay. I give you now, number 2, The Legend of Zelda.
Number 2 is The Legend of Zelda. Then it's Super Mario 1.
You think?
It's number 1.
That has to be. Dude, I fucking hate this computer. I'm gonna on this show, I'm taking this laptop and I'm gonna fucking smash it. I'm sorry for my language. I hate this computer so much. Every time I need it, it just jams up.
I appreciate that copy, but I'm actually 30.
Number 1, Super Mario Bros.
3.
3
is hard.
There is probably no video game character more iconic than Mario. The plucky plumber has been the face of Nintendo for over 30 years. Mario games are the best-selling video game franchise of all time. Platformers, RPGs, sports games, board games, there is seemingly no genre that Nintendo won't plug Mario into. The sun never sets on the Mario Empire, and it all goes back to those early platformers, of which Super Mario Bros. 3 is arguably the greatest. Do we agree?
It's a great game for sure. I love Super Mario Brothers all the way through, so I'm all in on it. I will tell you, I played way more Sonic the Hedgehog.
Did you ever have the Nintendo like jump pad or the?
I told you, I only own Sega Genesis.
Do you remember the trackpad where you could like jump?
Xboxes.
You could jump and like it was like a pad you put on the floor like Dance Dance Revolution, but it was like track and field.
Yeah, I remember.
And then they had the glove. Remember the Nintendo glove?
The Power Glove.
Power Glove.
It was one of the coolest things I've ever seen.
Where is that? Can I still buy a Power Glove?
There should still be Power Gloves in this world. We need more Power Gloves.
Can I buy that on Amazon? Let's see if I can get that right now.
The glove and there's got a controller on it.
You know exactly. Everybody knows what we're talking about. Who doesn't know the Power Glove?
Like I've told you before, there's nothing more satisfying than the click of the Nintendo pistol.
That's true. On Duck Hunt? No, that is very, very true.
Click, 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 click.
Oh, wow.
There's not a lot more satisfying than that.
An NES joystick is $195.
Still going strong, Nintendo.
You are not getting a Power Glove. You're just not getting one.
No, they're stupid expensive.
You're not getting one. I'm looking at Power Glove instructions you can get. There's one. Ooh, $110 used. A Power Glove.
Who knows what he did with that Power Glove?
Hell.
Yeah, you know he tried. You know anyone with a Power Glove probably tried it. You gotta think. Probably did. Those Power Gloves. Anything that gives your hand power.
Jesus. Have you guys seen some of this stuff that's coming out? The masturbation?
Look at the box. I love it.
What box?
The box. I'm just looking at Google images of the Power Glove.
Oh.
And it's just basically like you holding out the glove to the TV and it's like,
I was going to say, have you seen some of the masturbation techniques that are coming out now that are putting the Power Glove to shame?
Let me tell you what I'm not Googling.
Not on air. Not on air, but there is
not on air or ever. Off air.
Do you
what
trust?
Are you doing?
Do you trust? Let me ask you this.
I don't trust you at all right now. What are you doing?
Male sex toys. Let's finish there. Let's do that. That'll be fun.
Look them up.
Huh?
You're into the toy game?
No. I how do I do this? Let's just say somebody in my past very much was, and started introducing me. A friend of mine was. You remember Tupperware parties?
By the way, One Woman, One Wheel would like you to know that she's going to kick your butt in DDR.
Oh, you go ahead and try. You go ahead and try One Woman, One Wheel. Not happening.
What was the question?
Do you remember Tupperware parties that your mom would have growing up, like where she would have all her friends over and Tupperware would send her a bunch of Tupperware stuff and she would just have a Tupperware party?
No, they played what's that card game?
No. It's not a game. It's a party. Tupperware party is specifically what I'm going for.
No.
Because like my buddy works for a company called House Party, where a company will get in touch with them, like Xbox, for example, and they'll say, we're having an Xbox promotion. We're going to send you, an Xbox, a game or two, and some game, whatever, a controller. And then you host a party with all of your friends and you show them this Xbox stuff. It's a way for companies to do marketing. And I know Tupperware used to do that a lot. Now, my friend would do sex toy parties where she was the representative for, I forget what it's called, purelove.com. I forget the name of the company.
I'm sure there are plenty.
There's plenty. But first of all, she would get discounts on any toys.
Good for her.
and lingerie and all that.
Nice.
And then she would have parties, and they would send her these things, and then she would kind of not display, but she would like talk to her friends about these things and what their needs are, and like if you like this, then you might like this toy. If you are into this, and then she got me on like a whole train down of what would you like for you? And I said, for me, I don't need a male sex toy. I've got one. It's called my dick.
It's a toy. My dingle dangle.
There's all kinds of stuff, like rings that you're supposed to wear at the base of your jam.
Yeah.
Your jam. I don't know what I just said. Your jam.
Yes, I know what those
to
are.
keep the blood flow going, and it's supposed to make you a little bit harder than usual.
Yeah. To keep it all in.
Yeah.
But there's also ones that include a vibrator on top for the girl. Like a ring that has a vibrator on top.
Well, look at you knowing stuff. All right.
I know stuff.
All right.
I know stuff.
But there is one that looks like, I can't say this on air. Look, if you have kids listening right now, just cover. Hold on. We'll do the social media lounge in a second. Earmuffs for the young ones. It's called a pussy pocket.
Oh,
pocket
sorry,
pussy. Pocket pussy.
That's the funniest episode of Blue Mountain State.
The pocket pussy episode?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
They're like little gel handheld things that you can bang. It's the dumbest thing ever.
Basically that, but fleshlight.
Kind of like a fleshlight.
The big brand version of it.
Yeah, that is. But that's got a motor inside of it that
No, it
works
doesn't.
your junk. Yes, it does.
Some do, but most don't.
Buddy, they go along to the video that you buy with it. So when she starts going down on you, it starts doing. Yes, they. Do you know?
I 100% know. What?
Touchdown! Who thought you would be the end all be all?
She didn't.
Uh-oh.
No, it's just I do happen to know for a fact that not all of those come with a motor.
A lot of them do, and what they're coming out with now, because I was introduced to this, I know, because and then I started asking her questions like, what the fuck am I doing with that? I don't want that. I don't need that. That just seems so gross to clean, Belly. I'm not trying to clean any of that.
No,
thanks.
and no copy. I don't own one anymore. God.
Not that you know about.
Yeah, it was a short term of my life. I was young and stupid and influenced by commercials.
Horny. But some of them go along, like if you buy the porn star's fleshlight and then it comes with a DVD, the fleshlight will do things according to what's going on in the video. They tag team.
Yeah.
So it's like you're there. That's a little bit much. However, did you know that they make now, this is weird. This is going to get a little bit interesting for 3 minutes. They make a dildo looking female version. It looks like a plastic penis. Okay. And girl will have that. And then guy will have basically a fleshlight.
Okay.
Okay. Whatever I do to the fleshlight, she can feel with hers.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah. So
wait. It's like Demolition Man. So have you ever seen Demolition Man?
It's been a while.
So
great movie.
They like to have like she's like Sandra Bullock's interested in Sylvester Stallone. They put on the headset.
Yeah.
And they're freaking out.
But imagine if we both had. Well, imagine if I had a fleshlight. Okay, let's just put this exists, folks. I'm not being weird.
Why can't you just cut the middleman?
Long distance relationship, for example.
Oh,
long distance relationship. I have a fleshlight kind of thing, which is basically something you could put over your penis. You put it over your penis. She has a plastic penis-looking thing. No. Let me back this up. That's right. You put the fleshlight on yourself.
Yes, you're doing
and then whatever she does to her penis-looking thing, it corresponds. So if she starts blowing it,
and
you're going to feel that.
But whatever you do, whatever she does with it, you're going
to feel.
She's going to also feel, I guess.
And then whatever I do to my end, she'll feel. That exists, folks.
That's insane.
That's crazy.
That's a little too much.
Could you see yourself doing that? I don't think I could do that, man. Let me take that back. Yeah, I could do that.
That sounds like... But see, that's going to lead into a whole new market of like call-in porn. Could you imagine?
Oh, like, no more phone sex.
Well, I'm assuming you use kind of like a code for each other.
Oh, imagine if they had like a code where you could just sync them up.
No, that's the thing. You just have a phone sex hotline.
Genius.
Where you're like, all right, so what's your code? And you type it in, and then basically you're having sex on the phone all the time.
Belly, yes.
Phone sex is at a whole new level game. Like, oh my God, what the hell has happened in the world? Just be physical with each other, touch each other, have a good time.
Get us out of here, man. We gotta go.
Come on.
Say goodbye to the people.
Feel that body heat.
Come on. Folks, we got to get out of here. You are the best. Thank you for hanging out with us in the social media lounge. Is there anything that we didn't get to before we let them go, Belly?
No.
On the social media lounge.
Love
Anything
each other,
like that?
touch each other. Have a great day.
Have a great day, guys. We'll see you on Tuesday for the Voice of One Wheel. Huge announcement. We have a big announcement for you on Tuesday, including a cash prize we are going to be giving away at the Float Life Fest, and it will be at least $500. We are excited. We are going to be doing a promotion for you guys to say thank you, to get everybody excited for Float Life Fest, so make sure you stick around and tune in on Tuesday at 11 a.m. Eastern for the Voice of One Wheel. For everybody here at TTR Studios, Maddie Potts and Braxton Blue, it's your boy Belly Matt LaBelle and Lucdogg. Have a good day, everybody. Oh my God, P.S. This is the song that's playing on DDR in Grandma's Boy. Remember when they have the competition? And the guy gets up and tries to beat Nick Swartzen, and he does that super lame song? This is the song.
Well, I have to watch it and find
How
out.
random is that?
I have to watch it and find out.
DDR. Go play some video games. Have fun, everybody.